Hi friends, Dr. Joe here. I hope you all are doing great and welcome to this video. Now there are a lot of traders. They think that they can put a huge lot size while trading and gain some big profits and become rich very fast. But there are a lot of challenges to it. Just imagine you put a big lot size, like 30%, 40% of your equity, and that trade goes in a loss. And because of this, there are many traders who lost their entire equity and then stopped trading. And then what they say? Trading is bad. Trading is not a professional work. But there are so many professionals across the world who do trading and make huge profits. Today, what I'm going to discuss is what is actually happening to you as a trader when you put a large lot size basis your equity. So if your equity is X, what happens when you put 40% or 50% of that X in one trade? There are many, many challenges to it. We will first look at these challenges and I'll give you a small solution to the end of this video. So make sure that you watch the video throughout and wait till the end to hear the solution to this problem. The first type of problem a trader faces is, of course, the financial problem, depletion of equity. That means the equity erodes very, very fast. The minute you put a huge lot size and that trade itself goes in a loss, your entire equity is gone, or 40% or 50% of your equity is gone. Then it makes it very, very difficult to come back again. The next issue is margin calls. Your broker will immediately start calling you because if you have taken a huge position and you do not have enough equity left, the broker is going to cut your trade. The broker is not going to look whether it's you or somebody else. The broker has to run a business. So even if you don't want to cut the trade, the broker will cut the trade because a margin call has come. So this is the second number of challenge in finance. The third challenge financially is when you lose 60, 70% of your equity just because of two trades, then to enter the next trade, it becomes very difficult because now you will have to enter with a very, very small lot size and that will make it more difficult to build up your account. So re-entering again into the market becomes very, very difficult because now you cannot enter with a big lot size. You have to change your entire strategy. The next financial problem is you lose your entire investment. If it's your own money, you've lost it. If it's somebody else's money, you lost that money and the trust of that person. So that's gone too. The next financial problem is if you have used your money, okay. But if you have borrowed some money and you used it for trading, then because of this kind of trading, you will fall into debt. So these are some of the financial challenges as a trader you will face if you're putting huge position sizes. Let us look at some other challenges. The other type of challenges are physical consequences. Yes, because when you start putting huge lot size in your account, there are a lot of physical implications that also happen to you. Most important is you're not able to sleep because of the tension, because of the pressure. You don't know what's going to happen next day in the morning. So you lose your sleep. Once you lose your sleep, the next day you're not fresh. And when you're not fresh, you will not have a clear mind to trade again. Because of this, a lot of problems come, like blood pressure, diabetes. So losing sleep is not worth it. Second issue is poor diet. Because of this pressure, now you are not able to eat what you had planned. So you eat what you see and you get into eating junk food. A lot of people start eating sweets, which is bad for your health. Unplanned eating causes bad health. So all these issues related to eating starts happening. The next issue is substance abuse. When the pressure starts building up, a lot of traders start smoking, drinking, drugs abuse, and this causes a lot of problem for traders. And another issue is mental fatigue. Because you are not sleeping well, you're not eating the right food, because you're consuming alcohol, you are fully stressed out. And because of all these issues, you face a lot of mental stress. you go into depression. It becomes very, very difficult to cope up from it. Another type of problem a trader faces when they put excess lot or infuse huge lot sizes while trading is a problem with time management. Because you have infused a huge amount of your equity into one particular trade, now you're sitting full time in front of your computer screen and you're trying to figure out what you can do if the price goes against you. And you're hoping that the price will go in your favor. You're spending the whole day in front of the screen, which is actually not needed. Another issue with time management is because you're spending too much time in front of the screen, you are neglecting all the responsibilities that you're supposed to take care of. Maybe your work, your house responsibilities, your children responsibilities, your shopping responsibilities, every other responsibilities goes for a toss. Why? Because you're spending too much time in front of the screen. Then as a trader, there are a lot of emotional consequences when you start putting huge lot size. The first one is anxiety and fear, quite obvious. Because you put a huge lot size, you're always fearful, always under anxiety. You don't know what is going to happen next. And that tension and that pressure is killing you. The next psychological issue is depression and hopelessness. Because now you have already entered the trade, now you don't know what to do. You're just hoping that the price will go in your favor. And when the price start moving against you, you start getting into depression. Because you know if you lose this trade, if the price hits your stop loss, or if the price keeps going below where you have placed the trade and you're losing your equity, that puts you in a very, very bad situation. And this can cause depression too. Another psychological issue a lot of traders face is frustration and anger. Now they can't do anything with the trade, but they start showing the anger and frustration with people around them, abusing things around them, breaking things around them. It's a very, very major emotional problem of anger and frustration. Another issue that a trader faces is guilt and shame. Because once a trader loses a huge amount of equity, they start feeling that they are useless. They can't do anything properly in their life. And when you start getting into this kind of feeling, it becomes very, very difficult to bounce back. It's very, very difficult. The traders start losing confidence. And once you lose your confidence, you are not in a position to bounce back, not only in trading, but also in your life. Another emotional problem, which you call as emotional volatility. When the price start moving in your favor, you start feeling happy. And as soon as the price start moving against you, you start feeling sad. Because the infusion is so high that when it goes in your favor, you're making huge money. And when it's going against you, you're losing huge money. So it's like a roller coaster, which is not good for your health. There has to be stability of emotions in your life. Another type of problem a trader faces when they start putting huge lot sizes is family consequences. The relationship goes for a toss because now you're not spending time with your family. You're always stressed out. While trading hours, you're sitting in front of the screen. Off trading hours, you are thinking, what will happen to my trade? Because you have infused a huge lot size. And because of this, your family is not getting your attention, which is very, very bad. Erosion of trust is another issue because now you're not focusing on anything related to family. You're not listening to their problems. You're not giving them solutions. So automatically you start losing their trust, which is not good. If you're a married person and if you have children, you will not be able to give time to your children. You neglect them. And what happens? What happens if you do not focus on your children? Everybody knows. You need to give them time and attention. Because if you don't give them time and attention, they will start thinking you don't care about them and they will start moving into wrong direction, which is even further bad. And in worst scenarios, there are cases where traders have gone into divorce. Their partners have left them because of all these financial volatility. There are more psychological consequences like loss of control. You start feeling that you can't do anything proper. You have no control on what's happening around you. Because of the kind of lot size you have entered, you lose discipline because now you want to cope up. So what you're doing, you're trading without a plan. You get into impulsive trading. Just because you see something, you just enter. your discipline goes for a toss. Social isolation. Whole time you're in front of the screen, off screen, you're thinking about your trade. You don't go to meet your friends, you don't go to meet your family, you don't meet your neighbors. You become totally isolated from the society. It's like an existence crisis. You feel like you don't exist for others because you're not giving time to anybody. I'm sure that a lot of traders might never have even thought that so many issues they are going through because you are not in that mental situation to think that when you put a huge lot size, what is actually happening to you physically, mentally, in your relationship, in your finances. Very, very difficult for a trader to think about all these things. Well, there is a very, very easy solution to all this. Of course, number one is knowledge. You need to gain knowledge before you start trading or investing. But number two is making a trading plan, a proper trading plan, and make sure that you do not infuse more than 0.5%, that is half percent in one trade. So when you enter such a low equity, you are not tensed. You don't worry about the outcome. You are only looking at the process. Now, if you are a seasoned trader and you've been trading for a long time, you know exactly what is right for you because you have survived. But still, I say that don't go beyond 2%. Maximum should be 2%. Remember, it's trading, not investing. Trading and investing is totally different. So if you're a trader, you need to follow these rules. As an investor, the rule is different. We will discuss those rules in some other video. So if you really want to make it big in the stock markets, in the financial markets, as a trader, you have to follow these rules of discipline. You need to practice, you need to be patient, and you need to be persistent in the market. That's all in this video, friends. Friends, if you love the way I'm creating this video, kindly like and share these videos. So like you, there might be many others who would like to learn from these small tips that I'm giving on trading and investing. At the same time, if you want to drop a comment, you are welcome to do that. I love to read your comments and I love to reply to them also. Friends, if you're still not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon. Every time I see a new subscriber, it motivates me to create more such videos. Well, friends, I would like to sign out, but before signing out, the golden words which I always say: keep learning, keep growing, keep getting better every single day. Thank you. Namaskar.